Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoy the flight and have a nice day.
In Graz, we stayed at the 4-star Radisson Hotel Graz, the latest addition to the city's hotel scene. Opened just a year ago, it's currently the largest hotel in Graz, with its 232 rooms. The hotel is located only a few hundred meters from the train station, making it ideal for those arriving by train. The old town isn't far either and can be reached easily on foot. The hotel only offers standard rooms, meaning all rooms are similar in size. Lobby, reception area. The lobby is fairly small, and while it's modern, the design feels a bit sterile and generic for our taste. Don't get me wrong, it's clean, well maintained and stylish, but it lacked a certain warmth and character. The staff at check-in, however, were friendly and welcoming. After all the traveling we had done, their light humor and cheerful attitude really brightened our mood. The check-in process was smooth, and in no time we were on our way to our room. We were upgraded to a 7th floor standard room, which also happens to be in the same floor as the gym. Higher floor rooms are slightly more expensive, but paying around €10 more is absolutely worth it for the views and convenient access to the gym. Standard room 714. The room, as expected from a hotel only a year old, was modern and bright. Many have mentioned that the rooms are small, even my wife thought so, but to me it actually felt more spacious than some superior rooms in older Radisson properties. I think the sense of space comes from the smart furniture placement and the bright color palette, which makes the room feel more open than it actually is. As Radisson Rewards VIP members, we were also greeted with a welcome card and a small gift, a plate of macarons waiting in the fridge. Our window offered views of the train station and the hills in the distance. The room features a large modern TV with an interactive information system. However, even after changing the language to English, most of the interface remained in German. The king-size bed was extremely comfortable and provided great sleep throughout our stay. There was also a kettle with coffee, tea and cocoa sachets and a safe for valuables. The bathroom was relatively spacious for a standard room, featuring a modern rain shower. Toiletries were provided in large refillable bottles, as is now common in Radisson hotels. My wife especially loved the water pressure, calling it perfect. One small downside is, as all rooms are standard size, there's no bathrobes or slippers in the rooms, and they aren't available from the reception either. Knowing this in advance, we brought our own, as my wife doesn't like walking barefoot on hotel floors. Overall, the room was modern, spotless and comfortable, though slightly sterile, much like the hotel itself. Still, it suited our 3-night stay in Graz perfectly. Bar. At check-in, we received 2 drink vouchers, which we decided to use later at the hotel's cozy bar. I ordered a cafe latte and my wife matcha tea, though unfortunately they had run out of matcha, so she ended up having just a normal basic tea. The bar itself was cozy and inviting, decorated with greenery and filled with comfortable sofas and armchairs, perfect for enjoying a drink with friends or loved ones. I especially liked the look of the bar counter and the overall lighting. There were also some interesting books about bands like Queen, though sadly all in German. Gym. The gym wasn't anything special, though everything in it was new and modern. There were only a few machines and limited weights, which made it hard to do a full body workout. Notably, there were no alternative attachments for the single cable station they had. However, gym did include heavier dumbbells, always a plus, a few treadmills, and some exercise bikes. A water dispenser was also available, handy for longer workouts. From the huge windows, you were once again able to see the train station and the mountains in the distance. Something to look at while running and sweating on a treadmill. Breakfast. Breakfast was, to put it mildly, quite limited. There weren't many hot options, only scrambled eggs, bacons, and some warm vegetables. There were also cold cuts, cheeses, yogurts, and cereals, but nothing out of the ordinary. They had few choices like apple and mixed fruit, but surprisingly no orange juice, which is a first for any Radisson I've stayed at. The bread selection was good and seemed fresh, though by 8 a.m. many of the loaves were already gone. When I asked the staff if more was coming, they said there wasn't any, which was quite baffling for a large hotel. On the positive side, the sweet options like croissants and cakes were delicious and fresh. So while the overall selection was small, the quality of what was available was good. Nothing tasted like it came from the supermarket or had been sitting out too long. Still, I can't deny that this was the smallest breakfast selection I've seen in any Radisson property. It even fell short of the usually modest Radisson red buffets, let alone the more generous offerings of the Radisson Blue collection or parked in hotels. Conclusion. All in all, Radisson Hotel Graz delivered a comfortable and modern stay that mostly lived up to expectations. It's a clean, well-run property with a professional team, great location, and everything you'd expect from a newly opened 4-star Radisson. Just a short walk from both the train station and the city center, it's a perfect base for exploring Graz or stopping by for a few nights on a longer journey. The hotel's modern design is clear everywhere, from the lobby to the rooms, though it also makes the atmosphere feel a little bit sterile. It's stylish and efficient, but missing a touch of warmth or individuality that could make it stand out more. Still, the comfort of the bed, cleanliness of the room, and calm environment more than made up for that. The bar was a pleasant surprise, cozy, nicely decorated, and perfect spot to relax in the evening. The gym, while clean and modern, was quite limited and best suited for light workout rather than a full session. The staff were friendly, professional, and welcoming, helping to create a pleasant overall experience from check-in to departure. The breakfast, however, was the weakest part of the stay. While everything tasted fresh, the variety was limited and far below what I've come to expect from Radisson hotels. A bit more effort in that area would easily raise the overall experience to the level the rest of the hotel deserves. In conclusion, Radisson Hotel Graz is a good, reliable choice if you value convenience, cleanliness, and modern design. It's not the most memorable or atmospheric hotel, but it's a solid, comfortable place to stay. One that delivers exactly what it promises, a modern, comfortable, and hassle-free stay in a great location.